Every date on the calendar carries stories that shaped the world. Some days pass quietly. Others connect moments that changed exploration, politics, culture, and the lives of millions. April 6th is one of those days. Across centuries, events connected to this date reveal stories of discovery, conflict, courage, and scientific achievement. Some of these moments reshaped entire nations. Others pushed humanity toward new frontiers. And one event on this day marked the beginning of a global conflict that would change the course of the 20th century. So stay with me until the end, because one of the most fascinating moments connected to April 6th helped launch a new era of human exploration beyond Earth. And while you watch, take a moment to like the video and let me know in the comments if you already knew any of these events happened on the same day. Because once you start looking at history this way, something remarkable becomes clear. Every single day has a story. To begin, we travel back to the early 16th century. The year was 1520. European explorers were venturing farther across the oceans than ever before. Among them was a Portuguese navigator named Ferdinand Magellan. Magellan had launched an ambitious expedition under the Spanish flag. His goal was to find a western sea route to the rich spice islands of Southeast Asia. His journey would become one of the most important voyages in the history of exploration. On April 6, 1520, Magellan's fleet reached a key point in their long journey through the waters of South America. The expedition had already faced storms, hunger, and dangerous conditions, but their determination to find a passage to the Pacific Ocean pushed them forward. Although Magellan himself would not survive the entire voyage, his expedition would eventually complete the first circumnavigation of the Earth. The journey proved something that many people already suspected but had never fully demonstrated. The Earth was vast, interconnected, and navigable by sea. This expedition opened the door for centuries of global trade, exploration, and cultural exchange. But April 6th would also become important for another reason. One connected not to exploration, but to war. The year was 1917. For nearly 3 years, the First World War had been raging across Europe. The conflict had already claimed millions of lives. Battles stretched across muddy trenches from France to Eastern Europe. At first, the United States had tried to remain neutral. Many Americans believed the war was a European conflict that their country should avoid. But several events began changing that opinion. German submarines were sinking ships in the Atlantic Ocean. Some of those ships carried American passengers. Then came the revelation of the Zimmermann telegram. In this secret message, Germany had attempted to persuade Mexico to join the war against the United States. When the message became public, anger spread across the country. On April 6, 1917, the United States officially declared war on Germany. The decision marked a turning point in the conflict. American soldiers, resources, and industrial power would soon join the Allied forces. Within a year, the balance of the war began to shift. Although the fighting remained brutal, the arrival of American troops helped strengthen the Allied position. By November 1918, the war finally came to an end. But the consequences of that conflict would shape international politics for decades to come. April 6th is also remembered for a moment of great courage during the Second World War. The year was 1941. Europe was once again engulfed in conflict. Germany had already conquered large parts of the continent. On April 6, 1941, German forces launched invasions of both Yugoslavia and Greece. The attack was swift and overwhelming. Despite resistance from local forces and support from Allied troops, the German military quickly gained control. These invasions were part of a larger strategy by Nazi Germany to secure its southern flank before launching an even more massive operation. Just a few months later, Germany would invade the Soviet Union in one of the largest military campaigns in history. The events of April 6, 1941, were another step in the expansion of the war that would eventually involve nations across the globe. But April 6th is not remembered only for war and exploration. It is also connected to one of humanity's most exciting scientific journeys. The year was 1992. For decades, scientists had been searching the skies for planets beyond our solar system. These worlds were known as exoplanets, but finding them was incredibly difficult. Planets are small compared to the stars they orbit, and their light is often hidden by the brightness of those stars. Then, in 1992, astronomers made a historic discovery. They detected the first confirmed planets orbiting another star. The discovery changed astronomy forever. For the first time, humanity had clear evidence that planetary systems existed beyond our own. Since then, scientists have discovered thousands of exoplanets across the galaxy. Some are massive gas giants. Others are rocky worlds that might resemble Earth. These discoveries have sparked one of the biggest scientific questions of our time. Could life exist somewhere else in the universe? The search for answers continues today, and it all began with discoveries like the ones announced in the early 1990s. Now, when we step back and look at April 6th across history, a remarkable pattern appears. A daring expedition that helped prove the world could be circled by sea. A global war that shifted when a powerful nation entered the fight. Military invasions that expanded one of the deadliest conflicts in human history. And a scientific discovery that revealed planets beyond our solar system. Each of these events belongs to a completely different chapter of human history, and by moments that expand humanity's understanding of the universe. Every day holds stories like these. Moments that influence nations, inspire exploration, and spark curiosity for generations. And April 6th reminds us that even a single date can connect events across centuries. Because every single day has a story. On this day, explorers pushed farther across the oceans than ever before. On this day, a powerful nation entered a global war. On this day, invasions reshaped the course of World War II. And on this day, scientists discovered new worlds beyond our solar system. Through moments like these, history quietly moves forward. And every date on the calendar holds discoveries waiting to be explored. If you enjoyed learning these stories, take a moment to like the video and share it with someone who loves history. And tell me in the comments which event surprised you the most. If you want to know what happened in history every single day, subscribe.